What's up, reviewers? It's your man, Benny Blue, and this episode of the podcast is brought to you by rotosurance.com. Protect your fantasy team by buying fantasy sports insurance today. Go to rotosurance.com and use our promo code JBBenny20 for 20% off your order. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reviewers, if you hear JB and he sounds like he's crying... He's not crying. The man is under the weather, but he should be crying. Here's a joy, because it is a seminal moment in this fine recording. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us for the very first time, you are officially listening to the 100th. That's right. I didn't stutter. Bitches. 100. The 100th episode of the JB and Benny Blue Review podcast.
98 plus 2.
98 plus 2. JB, for the new reviewer, the person who has stumbled upon this fine savage-ass recording for the very first time in their God-given life, tell them who you are and what you're about and what you're doing on this motherfucking train of savagery that we bring to these reviewers each and every week.
Oh, man. My name is Jeremy Bridges, man. I am a 10-year NFL vet. Graduate and alumni of the University of Southern Mississippi to the top. Homecoming day, matter of fact.
To the top.
Shout out to them. I am a father of 6 wonderful children. I am a man of God. And I am a man of the people. All right? I'm a coach. I'm a mentor. I am all the above. All right? I think I am not. Fuck ninja. All right? I am not that guy. All right? You know what I'm saying? Jeremy Bridges. Right here, checking in the JB and Benny Blue podcast with my partner, my main man, Rhinesmith. You know what I'm saying? Let them know about Mr. Benjamin Rhinesmith.
Yes, that's me. Beneford is my, in fact, name on my driver's license and social security card. You can check it if you need to. But no, it's your guy, Benny Blue, stand-up comedian, podcaster, and entrepreneur extraordinaire. I worked in the music industry for many years. Also had the privilege to work with some professional athletes, mostly NFL, some NBA, and just an all-around hustler, man. And I have a shared passion with my brother from another in this NFL thing, in the sports thing, in this music thing, in this life thing. All right. On this last episode, JB even proposed that himself and myself take it upon ourselves to rewrite the Constitution. And you know what? Given the times that we're in, JB, I think it's a goddamn good idea.
Fucking right.
That we take that task upon ourselves.
All
right?
Of the people, you know what I'm saying?
Right. We're gonna redo the whole preamble of the shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But run that episode back if you want to get more details on that. The point is, we came together in interesting parts of our life where, you know, the Bizzle Man himself was pretty freshly removed from the league, and for those who follow NFL players, certainly not saying this about my man, because I figured this out about him right away, that as he mentioned in his introduction of who he is, he had other things in life happening.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I noticed about JB and how we came together, and for those who don't know the history, run it back, I had him on my personal podcast, the True Blue podcast, and it got such a good response, and he enjoyed it so much, he not only proposed that we do a podcast together, he already had the name in mind, so I knew it was magic from start to finish.
Magic,
so we were ready to go.
Magic.
And the one thing that I always try to champion out of my man, because let's face it, reviewers, I do stand-up, I already talk a lot of shit. That ain't nothing new to me.
None.
But I knew my guy had a personality that was just waiting to be taken to the next level, and I knew that we could build something together. And that's how we got to that point, man. Understand, reviewers, especially those who've been rocking with us since episode 1. Hell, reviewers that have been with us for the last 20 episodes. I know a lot of you have been with us since the beginning of football season, and we appreciate you, all of you. We really appreciate anyone that wants to check out what we're doing and enjoys what we're doing. But understand, when you're doing this thing completely independent, popping the trunk like No Limit Records, understand that there's a lot of work behind the scenes that goes into it. Hell, JB will be the first to tell you, I'm sure. Sometimes, reviewers, listen, we love you motherfuckers, but sometimes it ain't the easiest thing to come up with topics and get the motivation to talk to you and come up with segments. Maybe just talk about your experience over these 100 episodes, about what you've really pulled out of yourself and how you've changed as a man of words to give the reviewers and be for the people and give them the shit that they need. You know what I'm saying?
But in my personal experience, it comes as growth. Like that's the main word I can think of when I think about 100 episodes that we've done together. Growth. When we first started, it was fun, it was cool, and it's still all those things. But now, I'm never going to say it's a business because it's too much fun to be a business. But at the same time, we want to be taken serious because we're men and we're doing something. We're putting a product out there. We want our product to be the best, and that pride thing really taken over when it comes to this whole JB and Benny Blue thing. We want our product to be the best. I love when people come to me and say, "Hey, man, you guys' show is crazy. You guys are good. I love the points you made about this, that, and third." All those things are pluses, and they make it all the more relevant. And when the reason why I say relevant is because a lot of times when you're doing this, it's like it doesn't even seem like it's real. It doesn't really seem like it's real, like it's touching the people, like really touching the people. But until Benny starts throwing out numbers, you're like, damn, we really are getting out there touching the people. And again, people are coming to you and they're saying things about podcasts and they're mentioning things that you said or Benny said in the podcast. It's like, man, people really digging this. So at this point, we want to continue to put a quality product out there. Yeah, you do have to push through it, just like anything else in life. Some days you don't feel like doing it. And I know a lot of times, Benny has pushed me, to do it. And like, because I like a lot of times, like if I got other things going on, I'll be like, damn, bro, I ain't got time, yada, yada, yada. Well, gotta make time, because this is what we do. So it's like I always tell my kids, start it, you gotta finish it. If you start it, and you gotta finish it, you might well be the best at it. So that's where we're at, man. I love doing it, love my brothers, I do it with. It's fun, it's something I look forward to every week. It's a way of getting things off my chest, it's a way of it's mental, it's a mental release, to be able to hop on the mic and just shoot it and tell it how it is, and give my experiences as an ex-NFL athlete, as a coach, as a mentor, and the things that I know, the things that I'm learning.
Yeah, man, and I think just to speak to the new reviewers, I think if this is the very first time you've ever heard this show, and maybe you saw a tweet about it, or you saw other people talking about it, or however, because I'm not going to sit here and say we're at the level that we want to be, but it's definitely, like JB kind of alluded to, when you first start out, like sometimes you're putting out a good product and people are listening, but you can't really tell who is listening, because it's not really, in the grand scheme of things, it's not really a lot of people. And then as you continue to grow and you put out a tweet or you see something and you check the reach of it and you see it reach 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 people, whatever it is, you're like, okay, this shit's starting to make an impression. Or when you put up an ad or you tell people about it. And like you said, JB's getting handed like some real like hip hop shit when they were doing hand to hands with tapes. When you get people in your face giving you real feedback. And I think to touch on this point, I think that's also what makes it fun in terms of the experience that we have. Because JB said it, I mean, when there are days when I could tell, listen, reviewers, at the end of the day, we're grown men, we got our responsibilities, and I know there are days when, we're all bogged down by life and we got our own shit to deal with. And like JB said, like we push each other to make sure that we get it done. And oddly enough, those usually end up tending to be our best episodes. On the episodes where in our patented production meeting, we're both like, yeah, okay, this one's going to be quick. It's only going to take a half hour. That one will end up taking an hour, and it'll actually end up being really good. So it's kind of funny how that works. And I think for all the new reviewers out there, new listeners who are just getting in tune with what we're doing, I think that you're going to appreciate that about this podcast, because of course, we talk about relevant topics, but we make it a specific point, and that is what kind of makes the show a little bit more challenging, is that we make it a point, reviewers, to deliver you a quality product that's not just going to be rehashing the same old bullshit that you hear on the sports shows throughout the week. All these talking heads screaming about shit that doesn't even really matter, and they're not really getting to interesting layers of things that you might not have thought of, or is not being talked about enough, especially. And the other thing about it is too, we can crack our jokes and we can talk our shit, but ultimately, all the other thing too, as JB said, we want to put out a quality product, because you can tell reviewers we're competitive. We want to be the best, and we want to put out something that we know that you're going to enjoy. And I think that now it's starting to, and I told JB knows, I said this from the very beginning. I said, just wait till we get to episode 100. I'm not saying it's going to be ringing off the hook like we're on every billboard and every fucking commercial and all this wild shit. But when we get to episode 100, we're going to know what we have. And reviewers, I think we really do have something special with it. So just to kind of put a bow on that from my perspective, man, it really means a lot, reviewers. It really does, because we enjoy doing this. And we're having fun doing it, and the sky's the limit on what we can do with this thing. We always have things in the works, and of course, if you're in LA, please come out 2 Saturdays from now. Dave and Buster's in Hollywood. We are having 100 episodes party. Shout out to our guy DJ Hydro holding us down. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have friends, supporters, listeners, everything in between. Pizza-palooza! Oops, did I say that? There's going to be some women's out there. It's just gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a nice way to celebrate, and it's a good place to do it. And shout out to them for having us. A shout out to DJ Hydro, who's been really holding us down since the beginning. And at the end of this episode, as we get into our Savage Picks, we're gonna be sharing some clips from some of the episodes you may remember, some of the episodes you may have missed, from some of our past moments, some of just our crazy ass moments between the two of us. Of course, the special NBA correspondent Mark Stanage, and everything in between with some of our guests. Listen, man, nothing more to be said on mine. Anything else you have on just our appreciation for doing this, and the fucking reviewers out there who've been fucking with us, man?
Man, look, all I can say is, damn, 100. You know what I'm saying? I never thought that we would be here. It just seems so far away. But the more we did it, the more we did it.
April 2016.
Next thing you know, man, we're right here. So, hey, go keep it rocking. As they say, we're gonna rock it till the wheels fall off.
Mm-hmm. True indeed. As JB says so often, true fucking indeed. Well, reviewers, we know why you came here. Of course, you're celebrating with us. We do appreciate it. But ultimately, you got to get into some foosball. First and foremost, again, if you're your first time listening to us, follow us at JB and Benny Blue for all your social media needs. Please go to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. That shit's really important. It really helps us move up the charts so we can reach even more of you savages out there who are in tune with what we're doing and appreciate this fucking fine audio recording that we are delivering to help you either get through your day or just get through some new sports talk. You want to talk some music, whatever it is, we got you, player. We promise. So give us that 5-star rating, please. It really does mean a lot. It only takes literally like 60 seconds to do, so we appreciate it. And if you're not an iTunes person, that's cool. We're on Spotify, we're on Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, Castbox, iHeartRadio, and full episodes starting with episode 99. And yes, reviewers, I will go back and upload our catalog. Bear with me because that shit does take a minute, but I will be putting up all the episodes eventually. Starting now, all full episodes will be on YouTube as well. So you got no excuses, baby. You got plenty of places to listen, all right? So that's how you do it. JBandBennyBlueReview.com for all past episodes as well. And that's that with the business end of it. So, touching on a little bit of college foosball. Starting out, my Big Blue. Thank God I didn't get to see the full game because I had some business to attend to, but we got it done. We smacked around Sparty as we should. Sparty's been making some hay over the last decade, ever since they got D'Antonio. But damn it, Michigan. We talked about these last couple episodes, JB and I. They're starting to put it together. They're starting to correctly utilize their talent. They're starting to, to control the line of scrimmage, and they got it done today, 21-7. That was a much-needed win for Mr. Khaki Man himself, because he hasn't been doing too good against, power ranking or, ranking teams in terms of top 25, especially top 10, and rivalry games especially. So thank the good God that they got a win today on the road against Sparty. Was to the top? Did they play today? Or they play yesterday.
They played today at 7:00. Man, we're playing the USA Road Runner. Right now, I'm trying to figure out who the hell you just.
I was gonna say, yeah. The fuck is that? Oh, hey. By the way, I don't know if you saw it, but Adidas re-released the South Central Louisiana State unis. Did you see that shit?
Of course I did, and please believe I'm getting that.
Yeah. Word to Bobby Boucher.
Gotta get that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So anyway, Big Blue won. Southern Miss is playing tonight. Game 7 motherfucking Dodgers. Come on now. Let's set the city on fire, goddammit. Let's get in the World Series. Let's go. Come on.
Look, I don't really care who wins, you know what I'm saying? Just whoever gets there, just beat Boston, please.
Right, no shit. Jesus. Yeah, sorry, Red Sox, but come on now. We ain't fucking with that shit. But hopefully it is LA and Boston, because I think that'll be more interesting. I'll definitely watch it if that's the case. Moving through a little bit of college football. There's some other games. You got Washington, Colorado is pretty close right now. Alabama's they're doing their thing against Tennessee. They're doing the Alabama thing. LSU, interesting matchup against Mississippi State. Oregon Wazoo might be interesting. And shout out to I heard a shout out to Big Boy. That's Big Boy of Outcast. His son committed to Oregon. So shout out to him. Yeah, man. That's a little college football.
Don't forget LSU and Mississippi State now. It's gonna be a good SEC matchup, man.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, LSU getting the big win. They moved up to number 5. So last week was very interesting, man. There was quite a few upsets that really shook this shit up in terms of the potential college football playoff and that whole shit. So a lot of these teams, man, they really do control their destiny, including my Wolverines. So as long as they don't lay an egg, which, let's be honest, reviewers, being the optimist realist that I am, it is possible. But from what JB and I were talking about in our Panda production meeting, they get past Penn State next week, they can hopefully run the table, and then when they play Ohio State, that's basically going to be a play-in game. Whoever wins is going to the big dance. So we'll see. And then, of course, you got Clemson around there. LSU's now number 5. Notre Dame's bitch ass is kicking around. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah. Oklahoma's always there. There are a few teams in the mix that could legitimately get in. Bama, you already know what time it is at Bama. They're probably not going to go anywhere anytime soon. But the rest of the playoff, you don't really know. It's kind of wide open right now.
Bama will be sitting there waiting on whoever wins.
Exactly.
Although they got to watch out for LSU.
That's true. That's going to be
hitting offense runs well. They got that transfer. Wisconsin, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing good ball, leading that team, and they just got a talented squad. Man, Coach O really got the
right. Yeah, man. We'll see what shakes with that. But hey. Let's get into it with Savage Picks Week 7. But before we do, we got to see how we did in motherfucking Week 6. And with a drum roll, please. JB, it was a rough week. He's at 41-50-2, and your boy is knotted up at 546-46-2. It was a cold-blooded week last week, starting right off the bat with my dumbass pick of the Giants over the EAGLE, as it goes, which JB correctly picked. We both thought the Buccaneers were going to get an upset over the Falcons. That shit didn't happen. Picked the Steelers correctly. Put faith in the Browns. That didn't happen. Vikings got a win. Unfortunately, over the Birdgang. Seahawks got a win as well. Both of our fucking MyBookie bets of the weeks were absolutely wrong. So God bless America on that. And the Pats, dude, got it done. And then the Cheese Eaters, in a surprisingly good game, got it done on Monday Night Football. Man. All right. That's what happened in Week 6.
That's over.
No, that's over. Well, what's going to happen in Week 6? I don't know.
Week 7.
We're about to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Week 7 of the 2018 NFL season. Savage Picks. Cue the music. Let's go. Let's go. Now, we have to start off on a sore subject. And I'll leave it to JB about how much he wants to talk about it. Broncos at Cardinals. Cardinals. What the fuck? That's all I'm saying. JB, speak your sermon. Speak your sermon.
2 turnovers early in the first kind of, put us behind the 8 ball. Look, the bottom line, Mike McCoy got fired. All right, and I put it on our story. Mike McCoy is a great man. He's a great coach. He's just not a position. He's not a play caller, and he's not a head coach. He's a position coach. He's a quarterback coach. He can see things. He can teach guys how to throw that ball, how to read, how to be smart. He's just not a play caller, and we fired him. Hopefully, we'll fare better because we weren't being a very aggressive offense. We weren't sustaining drives. Turn made our defense suck or look like they suck because they're on the field for 50+ plays at the game. That's hard. So it's truly. I had to accept it. I hate saying it because it's cliche. It's truly a rebuilding year. It really is. We got a very young team, and we were nursing a young quarterback, letting him get his bumps and bruises. And we need to fill off the line up with guys that can really get the job done. A couple guys there that. So. And just here, this is what it is this year. We go. Hey, taking the bumps and the bruises of falling. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, the bottom line, we both picked the fucking wrong pick.
Yes. Yeah. Well, hey, Cardinals. I mean, only one way to go is up. All right. Don't figure that shit out. Maybe sometimes that's what it takes. You gotta make some shit shake when it comes to the staff. And hey, nobody wishes for someone to lose their job, but sometimes you gotta make some changes now. You gotta make some changes.
Yeah, that's the business.
That's the business. Well, we'll get down to business right off the bat, starting with an AFC matchup. It's the Titans at the LA, Orange County, San Diego, Barstow, half of Las Vegas, motherfucking Lake Tahoe Chargers. And the line is 6.5 for the Chargers at home? Question mark?
Yeah, in Wembley Stadium in London, so I guess it's a Charger game at home.
Oh, they are in London. Motherfucker.
So it's the home game for the Chargers. Yeah, I'm trying to see right now what the weather's like. So, I'm going Chargers either way it goes. I just feel like their offense will be more polished, and they'll get the W.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with the Chargers, who are, I guess, considered to be the home team. NFL, I mean, I don't know if you're trying to like create fan bases that need more fans, because they always pick these weird as fuck matchups to send over to London. I still don't really understand that shit, but whatever. I know a lot of players don't like the London game because it's fun to go to London. It's probably not that fun to travel for 15 hours and be jet lagged and all this other shit.
Really?
You know what I mean? Fuck that. I can't even imagine. But nonetheless, I'm with JB. I think, Chargers, look out, man. Like, the one thing that they have over the Chiefs is they are a lot better on defense. They're a lot better on defense. So,
yeah, Gordon's playing at a high level, man. Phillip Rivers found the youth, and their defense just playing lights out ball, man. Chargers over the Titans.
Yeah, I agree. We're both on the same page with that. Moving right along, it's the Pats, dude, versus the Bears, and the line is 2.5 for the Pats on the road.
Mm-hmm. And now the thing about the Patriots, that they start to pick up momentum and start picking up speed, and they start to find out who they really are and what they really have around this time. The first quarter with the Patriots is usually like the first round of a boxing match with two younger fighters. Yeah. It's more of a fill-out round. So that's what they do, and then they kind of take it how it goes. And they usually fare pretty well. I mean, they're 4-2 right now. Brady has he's fully loaded again. All right, he's got all his weapons, and their defense is starting to play back up to par. Hey, I'm going Patriots. I just don't see Bears beat Patriots.
Yeah, I agree. Now this is the time of year where you see the Patriots start hitting the groove. Now they got Edelman back. They're hot and cold on. They're hot and cold on. On defense. They don't really have much of a pass rush. I don't know that it's going to matter so much, because I think really I think the Bears' problem is going to continue to be their problem is that you don't really know what you're going to get out of that offense, particularly when it comes to the pass. They can control the line of scrimmage pretty well, but ultimately it's a classic case of putting too much pressure on the defense, particularly the defensive line. I like JB said, I think it's going to be a little jab for jab in the beginning, but then Tom Brady is going to get on his QVC shit and start slicing and dicing, baby, and it may get a little tricky for the Bears. So we're both picking the Pats in that. Moving right along. This is a potential, do I really got to pick this game? And this is the Bills, the fucking Bills at the Colts, and the line is 7.5 for the Colts at home.
Now, I really just want to understand why they put an AccuWeather forecast up for this game, because Colts do play in a dome.
Right. It is indoors.
Hey, I don't get it. It is what it is, though. But Bills, Colts, I don't know, man. Like, Jesus Christ, do I really got to pick this game? You never know what Bills team is going to show up. That's the problem. Some days their defense is lights out. I do know that they have Anderson starting, and he's a heck of a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And he's been a backup in the league for years. Derek Anderson, you know what I'm talking about. went back up for Carolina for years. He was with who the fuck was he with? He was back in the Cardinals.
Good question.
Anyway, we'll figure that out. Whatever. So, with all that being said, I'm gonna go Colts just because I don't think the Bills are very the Colts are gonna fight you tooth and nail pretty much every week. 7.5. I don't know about all that, but I'm gonna go with the Colts.
I agree. Ugly game. The Bills are basically last in every offensive category. Derek Anderson, is certainly a step up, I think, from Nathan Peterman, but he's also been not playing, and he's also a little bit older, and he's also just getting into the lineup. So, it's not like they're getting fucking a clone of Aaron Rodgers to step in and play the position for him. So, I don't think they really have that much for them, even though, the Colts definitely leave something to be desired. But, they do have some firepower on offense, and I think it's going to be enough to get past a very fucking bipolar Bills team. All right, moving right along. It's the Kitties taking that fucking trip to Bienvenido a Miami. They're going to the fucking JB. They're going to the fucking Bermuda Triangle known as Hard Rock Stadium. I don't know what it is about that stadium, but they just have a way of getting teams to play down to their bullshit level. The Dolphins are 3-0 at home, but the line is 3 for the Kitties on the road.
Well, this is gonna be my bookie bet of the week. I'm gonna roll with the janky ass Dolphins, bro. And it's just,
son of a bitch.
Look, listen. The fucking part about it is like it's the same. It's the equivalent for both of you guys to me. Like in my playing experience, whenever I went to Detroit, it was janky. Whenever I played in Miami, it was janky. It's just something about those cities, you know what I'm saying? Like for Detroit, it's just like it's fucking boring. It's just fucking dead. You know what I'm saying? And of course, and this was back in the day. Now the city of Detroit is just wonderful things. The city is brighter now. It's better now. But when I was going back to shit, man, that was the slums of Detroit. Everywhere was the slums. And it was boring as hell, and it was always cold as fuck, and it was just janky. You know what I'm saying? But then you go to Miami, and it's like it's hoes everywhere, and it's kind of hard to concentrate. You know what I'm saying? It's just janky. So I know how it is. I know the experience. Y'all probably went out there 2 days early. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you didn't. But either way it goes, you go down there, and it's just janky. And they're having a little success now. So I can only imagine how crazy it is in that Hard Rock right now. So I'm gonna roll with the Dolphins on this, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I would never bet on this game. Fuck that. I think the Kitties do get it done with just a little bit more consistency. And I think they're really starting to establish the running game. I mean, the Dolphins, they got the man that they call the Heist, Brock Osweiler, starting for them this week.
Jesse James.
Yeah, like exactly, fucking robbing the bank. Goddammit. Dolphins. I mean, they got a way of creating that atmosphere, I guess, at home, and anything is possible with the Cardiac Kitties, I suppose, especially on the road. I unfortunately think the Lions are going to play down to their level, which is it sucks, but it's just kind of true. But I think just some more dynamic weapons and it really just comes down to having better players. I mean, you got a better quarterback, you got a better offensive, you got better offensive weapons. One of the top passing defenses in the league. So they're gonna force them to run the ball. But to me, this could definitely be a turnover-based game for sure, which sucked. But it could be last team with the ball win. So we're picking our own teams, picking the Kitties, but anything could happen in this game. Reviewers, shout out to our fine sponsor, MyBookie. I personally wouldn't bet in this game, so God bless you if you do. Moving right along, it's the Skull Vikings at the Jets, and the line is 3.5 for the Vikings on the road.
It's gonna be a beautiful day of football in East Rustford, New Jersey. Two things gotta happen for both teams. They both have to shut down the run. Right? Jets can run the ball very well. Sam Darnold is really kind of coming into his own as a quarterback. This play action pass stuff. This game is definitely a home game type of game. Roll the Jets on this one. And I don't really have a defined reason. I just feel like they're a very equally matched team. The Jets are going to have the competitive edge being at home.
Yeah, I agree. I'm picking the Jets as well. They definitely need to beef up the squad in terms of some true playmakers. But they are learning. Darnold's improving, and they are learning how to finish. I mean, they've had some opportunities, especially against teams that can kind of have some struggles passing. Now, it's hard to make the comparison sometimes between a Kirk Cousins and a Case Keenum, because I do think truly Kirk Cousins is the better quarterback. Is he head and shoulders better than Case Keenum? I'm not going to go that far, but they do have some better options. I mean, Adam Thielen is a fucking horse. I mean, no matter how you slice it, that kid can play. So we'll see what happens with this. So I'm picking the Jets as well. I think they're gonna win at home. Moving right along, we're taking it into some rapid fire. It's JB's former employer, the Black Cats, the Panthers, at his drafting team, the Eagles, and the line is the Eagles 5 at home.
Well, EAGLES Eagles, and that's the tough one for me. So just because I'll touch their soil first, I'm going with the Eagles.
Right, I'm going with the Eagles as well. I think they're going to start playing some good ball now. Panthers a little bit too inconsistent, especially on the road. They're 0-2 on the road. I'm picking the Eagles as well. Moving right along, it's the Browns going to the pirate ship. Browns at Buccaneers, and the line is 3.5 for the Bucs at home.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the home game. I mean, the home team again. I mean, just because they're the Browns. I mean, they're playing better ball. They're more exciting this year, but they're still the Browns. Right? So the Bucs, a more defined team, going with the Bucs.
I agree. Buccaneers, at home. I don't know if they have a true home field advantage, but Browns are getting there. They're figuring it out, but not enough trust there for me to pick them on the road. Moving right along, AFC South matchup. It's the Texans, who are now 3-3, against the shit-talking, but having a little bit of trouble backing it up, Jacksonville Jaguars. And the line is 4 for the Jaguars at home.
Those Stank Bortles, man, he's really making it hard for this team to be successful. And the fact that they can't get Leonard Fournette healthy. They did trade the Browns for Carlos Hyde. So they do have another running back alongside Fournette and other cat, Alabama. But either way it goes, with all that being said, I feel like the Texans will fare better against Jacksonville. It's going to be a sloppy game. Nasty. We're going with the Texans.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Texans are starting to put some things together, and it's becoming very apparent that the Jaguars are really relying a lot on that defense, and, in some cases not even stepping up in certain places where they should be. Obviously, Fournette is really killing them being out. They did sign Carlos Hyde, and they just got to find a way, whatever the fuck they did last year, they got to find a way to do that shit again and get the very best out of Blake Bortles. So, I don't know, man. And they need more. I mean, they need more help on the receiving end too. I mean, they got rid of some guys that they probably shouldn't have let go, but we talked about it at the very beginning of the season. It is what it is. They can't do shit about it now. So we're both picking the Texans. Moving right along, here's an interesting matchup. I'm definitely gonna be watching this game. It's the Saints going marching in to the Ravens, and the line is 2.5 for the Ravens at home.
The Ravens, again, another team that's kind of like, what? Now, the thing is that if they can protect Flacco, he's going to throw the ball down the field. Smoke Brown does his thing. Perhaps if he's catching the ball that day, they're dangerous. They have a plethora of weapons, and they will ground and pound you to death. I know for a fact the Saints don't play very well on the road. Secondly, they don't play very well on grass. And I got to go with the Ravens, man. This is one of those places that truly has home field advantage. M&T Bank Stadium is going to be a beautiful day in Baltimore, Maryland. 54 degrees. Got to roll with the Ravens for more.
I agree. I'm going with the Ravens. Saints are unpredictable when they play outdoors, and the Ravens have a very good defense. And if they can shake shit up with Drew, it could help them out. Do just enough to get it done. It's gonna be a good matchup, man. This is the type of matchup that you're looking for. I just think roles reversed. Probably pick the Saints, but it's not. Ravens at home, and they're becoming very stout, classic Ravens defense. And I'm picking the Ravens too, taking them at home. All right, Bizzleman's division is the NFC West.
Rams.
JB just has a pick when he sounds like he has fucking Tourette's. Just fucking Rams. Yeah, Rams. I mean, shit. The Niners kind of shocked me. They came to play. I don't think last week on Monday Night Football. But damn it, this is not Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football. Y'all ain't gonna show up this week, and I'm taking the Rams as well. All right, NFC East matchup. JB, you want to talk about jank ass teams? You never know what you're gonna get. It's the Cowgirls at the Deadskins, and the line is a point for the Deadskins at home. Good lord.
Baker's trying to get somebody in trouble. You know what? I'm gonna roll the Cowboys on this one. Reason being is that they have a defined run game. Dak Prescott is really starting. He's starting to get in the groove. He is. He's starting to get in the groove. He's starting to realize that, man, you're not gonna make plays with my feet and my arm. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. It's not right now. It's by any means necessary to win the game. Last year they were trying to keep him in the pocket. Now he has a mindset. He's like, fuck this. If I gotta run, I'm gonna run to get the first down. And Zeke's gonna do what Zeke do, and their defense is gonna continue to play sneaky good ball. Okay, they're 0-3 away. They get their first win away. And the Redskins are just, they're gonna continue to show themselves as what we all know they are.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm going the other way. I'm gonna pick the old Deadskins at home. Cowboys very, very hot and cold. And the Redskins, they're not the most exciting team, but they may just not fuck up enough. Yes, that's a real reviewers are making that up. That's a new category. Exactly. Not fuck up enough to win the game. So I'm gonna pick the Redskins in a game that I will not be watching, but boy, am I gonna pick them to win. How about that?
Yeah.
Now here's a game I'm gonna watch. This is the Bungles at the Chiefs, Sunday Night Football, and the line is 6 points for the Chiefs at home.
I wouldn't take the line, but I'm taking the Chiefs.
And the Chiefs. All right, reviewers. My bookie bet of the week.
Oh man.
The Bungles go in and steal one at Arrowhead. Oh yeah, I know what you're thinking. How good is that meth you're smoking?
Yeah,
well, it must be pretty good.
I was about to say, you might as well just open your window right now. I know your apartment quite well, so just open the back door and just take whatever money you're going to bet on it and just throw it out to your neighbors.
Light it on fire. Yeah, hey, my bookie, here comes a direct deposit. You're welcome. My bookie bet of the week, I'm picking the Bungles. Chiefs! Oh, Chiefs, you got to get in firefights every week to win games. But I don't know if you can do it this week. Bungles, as much as we try to find ways to let you know that they are jank as fuck, they have actually had a way of proving us wrong. Yeah. And I think they're going to get a big, much-needed win this week to stay in the hunt to win their division. I'm not going to write in the Chiefs to the Super Bowl just yet, man. They're a good as hell team, but man, they got to get their weight up on defense. Jesus Christ. Speaking of teams, JB, that need to fucking get their weight up on defense, it's our last pick of this week with the Monday Night Foosball. Shit. Monday Night Football. It's the Giants at the Falcons, and the line is 4 for the Falcons at home.
Why must they do this? You know what? Falcons at home, and because they in the big Maybach, that's the reason why. They in the big Maybach, Falcons at home. The G-Man ain't gonna get nothing done. The Falcons defense is wiggity whack, like crisscross, but they're gonna do enough to beat the wiggity whack Giants in the big Maybach. So again, I don't know why they put an AccuWeather up in the big Maybach. You know what I'm saying? The top will not be open. I don't think it will be, but well, maybe it will be. It's gonna be a beautiful fall day. So 65 degrees. So big Maybach, the roof will be peeled back on the big Maybach. I'm gonna say it, and the Falcons are gonna get a win over the
Yeah, I agree. I think this is going to be a little bit more dynamic in the pass game, and if they can contain Saquon Barkley, if they can contain him, they'll win handedly. Otherwise, it's going to be a uncomfortably close game for them. But yeah, man, I mean, not big expectations for either team, but I'm also going to pick the Falcons at home as well. The Cheese Eaters, the Raiders, the Steelers, and the Squawk are on bye week this week, so we will see who is right, who is wrong, who is both right, who is both wrong. And that's it for Savage Picks Week 7.
Word.
Now, reviewers, we're going to give you our patented live read, but after that, We're going to be sharing some choice clips for the next 15-20 minutes of some of our greatest moments over the 100 episodes. So we hope you enjoy that. Any final thoughts, Bizzleman, before we get into our patented live read from MyBookie, based on our 100 episodes and all the savage greatness that we've been able to present to the reviewers out there?
Ray Caruth is free. I do repeat.
What?
Ray Caruth has been released from prison today. All right. Yeah.
God damn, son. Oh, shit.
17,
wait, did you play with him?
17 years I charged you, huh?
Did you play with him?
Hell no. Yeah, Ray Caruth.
I was going to say.
Ray Caruth old as shit. He was the first
damn,
round
Ray.
in 97. He's been in jail for 17 years. He's 44 years old. I ain't that damn. I ain't far away, but I ain't that damn old.
Dang, was he? Okay, 01. Yeah, 01 you were. Oh, yeah, never mind. I got my years mixed up.
Yeah, I was still repping that black and gold.
Yep. Oh, yeah, you're still. Yeah, you're
to
still.
The top. You know what I'm saying?
To the top. No, I was like, I forgot. I remembered he played for the Panthers. Goddamn. I'm like, hey, JB, how does it feel to be 100 episodes in? You're like, Ray Caruth got out of jail. All right.
Shout out to Ray Caruth, man. You are a reformed man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's funny, but he went to jail for pretty much allegedly killing. But you know, that's the judicial system in This Is America. Here's what it is, man. Here's what it is. But he's free now. You know what I'm saying? I know. Not sure how that's gonna work out for him. But Ray Caruth free.
Yep. Here it is.
Other than that, man, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. We love y'all to death, man. 100 episodes in, what a blessing. And we appreciate y'all's support and love and feedback. 5 stars on iTunes. Continue to rock with us on social media.
Yes.
We'll continue to pop up that good content at JB and Benny Show on iTunes, but on IG and on Twitter. We're going to continue to pop it up there on Facebook, same shit. Fuck with us on YouTube. Just fuck with us in general, man. You see us out in the streets, say what's up. I'm out here in these Phoenix streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving and grooving a whole lot more. My man Benny out there in them LA streets. I will be in LA.
Yeah.
On the weekend of the 3rd for the party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, RSVP, motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying? 100 episodes, part of the Century Mark Party. Hope to see everybody there. Can't wait to see everybody there. And Mama knows.
Yeah, Dave and Buster's Hollywood. Come fuck with us. Make sure you RSVP and get us on our social media for the details on that. JBandBennyTheReview.com. So right after this patented live read, you're going to be catching a few clips of these in the last 15 minutes of the episode of some of our greatest moments over our motherfucking 100 episodes. And we really do appreciate you for joining us.
And
so without further ado, we have a special message here. MyBookie, goddammit. MyBookie. All right, reviewers, sure, watching football is fun, but it's more entertaining when you have some action on the games, right? Guys, you've heard us talk about this for weeks, and some of you are still on the sidelines, all right? Whether you're an expert or a rookie, you should be betting at MyBookie.
If you're the kind of guy that likes to bet a little, win a lot, and playing the numbers on roulette, you can create a big parlay. Pick 3 teams to win. And if you hit all 3, you can win. I mean, you could turn $100 into $600. That's right. I said you could turn 100 into 600. Okay. There's so much to bet on: playoff baseball, hockey, primetime fights, and more. But MyBookie is one of the best we know you'll be happy with all year.
Why we recommend these guys, because we really trust them. MyBookie has been in business for years. They got great online reviews, and their mobile site is easy to use. If you're on the sidelines, now is the time to get in the game. MyBookie will still match your first deposit dollar for dollar, but you got to join now because they will be pulling that offer. All right, so log on to MyBookie right now and double your money. Use promo code Benny and you'll get your first deposit matched 100%. That's promo code Benny, BENNY. MyBookie, you play, you win, and you get paid. Oh yeah. Reviewers, this is it for our live recording. We really love you. Really appreciate you rocking with us. Enjoy these clips from some of our best moments over these 100 episodes. And cheers, Bizzleman. I love you like a brother. Cheers to 100 more and 100 more after that. Let's keep having fun and let's keep being for the people and by the people, because God damn it, that's what we do.
Yes, we do.
And that's it. Enjoy these clips, reviewers.
And
until next week. Konnichiwa, bitches. We out.
We are
getting into the so-called experts. Nowadays, you got the guys, the big guys. You got the Todd McShays, the Mel Kipers, the Adam Schefters, the Chris Mortensens. But then you also got anybody with a Twitter account. And
anybody with a Twitter account,
with the blogs and all that stuff.
Everybody's a critic and everybody's an expert.
Exactly. So now, from your perspective, from the player behind the scenes perspective, what has been your kind of, in terms of when you played, when you were coming up through it, what was your experience, possibly dealing with these so-called experts, or maybe some of the things that they wrote about you as well? Would be interesting to hear.
Well, I had to make Mel Kiper, who was a young Mel Kiper at the time, had to make him eat his words at the Senior Bowl.
Nice.
I didn't even get invited to the Senior Bowl at first. My agent had to bust his ass to get me in there, even though I statistically was one of the best offensive linemen in the nation. Mm-hmm. Of course, I played at Southern Miss. So, who the fuck is Southern Miss? Like, you're nobody. You're not Ohio State. You're not Florida State.
Right.
These are the kids we want in the Senior Bowl.
In the marquee.
Well, tell you what. How about I whoop everybody's ass in the Senior Bowl that you like? You know what I'm saying? How about I do that?
Right.
So that's exactly what I did. And then Mel Kiper had to eat his words. He called me, if not the best, one of the best offensive linemen at the Senior Bowl. Sustained my blocks. Play with great, how did he say it? Play with great upper body strength.
Nice.
Drove with my legs, good knee bend, so on and so forth. He had to eat his words.
Nice.
Because he felt like I shouldn't have been there. He
Nice.
felt like maybe it was too big of a stage for Jeremy Bridges.
Oh.
He don't know Jeremy Bridges.
Oh, well, wasn't he wrong?
What?
Shout out to Mel and that wig piece.
Yeah, take that shit off your damn head and sway your sideburns.
No, it's interesting because one of my favorite
Boys to Men, that whole R&B era of the 90s, the baby making music.
Yeah, Joe to see all that.
It's funny you say that because you said the Bee Gees. There's a lot of Bee Gees.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of it in you. Like when this kid gets in falsetto,
hit the falsetto.
It's
like Barry
all
day.
He can live in falsetto.
Barry and Robin.
So it's just crazy to me that he said the Bee Gees.
I just cut my hair because I looked exactly like Barry.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was like the whole.
Bring it back.
Oh, man.
That's all day with this kid.
Yeah. But yeah, I just like to incorporate it all.
Right.
With what's current now.
Right, yeah. It's always never going to be just the one artist. But I'm glad you brought up Justin Timberlake, because I think something that you probably admire about his career is, like, obviously he came up in a certain way where it's like you go through the boy band system and that sort of puts you in a certain place. Disney to boy band, and then that's sort of a foundation. But, ever since he went solo, he's always progressed as an artist, and he's always done. To me, it seems like he's always done what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Has that kind of like been like a thread for you?
He is not afraid to take it where he wants to take
Right.
it. And what I see happening with some of my friends who are artists,
Right.
and they've had success, is they're playing the game of what's happening now.
They get ran
they follow
out.
the trends.
They get sucked up into the mainstream.
And
it's understandable.
which is if that's what you want to do, then do it. For me personally, whatever's trending, I go the other way.
Right. No, I mean that makes complete sense, and I think that to me that's something that's going to be, I think, appealing to a large audience. And we've had this conversation with your brother where it's like, there are very familiar elements about you, but I think the sweet spot and the way to find that success is utilizing that, but also making it your own, where you can slide in the playlist with other big artists of the day, but it's like, okay, some of this kind of sounds familiar, but it brings up enough to be discovered.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this guy, I like what he's doing, but he's taking this another way. Right. You know what I mean? Is that kind of how you feel about it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you got great hair, bro.
Thank you, man.
Let me tell you, I didn't even listen. I didn't listen to one word he just said to me right now. I was looking, I was like, yo, it took him 45 minutes to fix his hair before this podcast.
He has a slick back.
Normally it's the eyes. I have impregnating eyes.
It is on point. Yo, he was asking me these questions, bro. I was like,
listen,
how's his hair?
Listen, I'm at Ha-Ha's on June 5th.
Yes.
I'm going to be at the Comedy Store Belly Room coming soon. You're going to get to see this hair.
Plug it. Plug it.
So, yeah.
Oh, plug. Man.
We are the plug.
On point.
But wrapping up, thank you for the compliment.
You are the best.
Yes, he is a wild boy, as you can hear.
You're dying.
That's why this shit is so much fun, bro.
Man, thanks for the intro, JC. You are the best at that one, man.
He's an expert. Yes.
Yeah,
So let's get
you call me, man, to get me on here with you.
Of course.
Oh yeah, man. We're close.
I'm proud to see what you're doing. You're making strides.
Yeah, man.
You know that life after football is difficult on some people, but you know you got a voice and needs to be heard. So I'm glad you had me on.
All right, no doubt, man. Of course, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought when I first found out the all or nothing thing was going on, I was like, shit. I know exactly who I can call. Mm-hmm. You know, I can call my guy. He gonna shoot it to me straight. So look, let's get this thing going, Frost. You grew up in L.A.
Go ahead.
Not L.A. Let's say you grew up in Orange County, Tustin, Orange County, right? So kind of explain to us, like, for people that don't know the whole, I'm from the country. You know what I'm saying? So when high school football is, you got division, you win your division, you go to the state tournament, and you go to the state tournament, eventually you get to the ship, play for the ship. Now, me being out here, my son goes to Crenshaw, so after last year, going through you go through the season.
Playoff system.
Right, the playoff system is crazy. So you go through city, and then you have to go through city and be very, very good in city to even get into the state tournament. So how was it at Tustin? Did y'all do good things, and what was going on there?
We did. We had a lot of good squads when I was there. As you know, Deshaun Foster led it all. The first one, I think it was 99 when he left out of Tustin, kind of put us on the map and get,
right,
recruiters from schools to come out and check us out. But I played with a lot of dogs. We had Matt McCoy, like my best friend. I grew up with him. He ended up from Tustin High going to San Diego State, get drafted second round to Philadelphia Eagles. Played, I think, 8 years in the NFL. Someone I grew up in the street with. My boy Chris Chester, same thing. Grew up together. Played high school ball to Oklahoma. Ended up beating them in a national championship. I'm gonna throw that out there too.
Right. I remember that.
We haven't got there yet.
Yeah.
And he's still in the league. We're both going in our 11th year. We had Sam Baker, he was offensive tackle, another guy that you should know of. He played in Atlanta, but
right.
He went to USC with me,
right?
And was a first round pick. And we had some guys coming out of there, and we were just a public school. It wasn't a private school, nothing like that.
Right.
We had advanced. I think the playoff system. I think you got the first round, you got the quarter, and then you got the semis, championship, and my team, unfortunately, we lost in the semis to a bunch of guys that didn't go play nowhere.
Right. Ain't that the worst, man? You know what I'm saying? That's the worst shit in the world, man.
Hey, Jerm, I have like nightmares that these guys are watching me on Sunday,
right?
And telling like their kids that they got me.
Right. I used to block. I used to hem him up. Yeah.
And it was on tape, and it was on tape. So,
right.
That's
the eye in the sky don't lie. Of course, the eye in the sky don't lie.
Right.
So please don't take what the fuck we finna say personal.
Right.
But you old as fuck.
But Father Time is undefeated.
So retire. And it's not a big deal. What else you got to prove?
Right.
All right. Now we're gonna hand it over to the basketball guy himself.
Exactly.
I guess the only thing that bothers me with that is I wish he would have told us earlier in the year. Kind of give him the Kobe treatment, because I feel like Tim deserved that.
Yeah.
You watch Kobe go to every arena, and I actually went and I watched Kobe versus LeBron's last game. And I'm a LeBron guy. I've never, I respected Kobe, but that night, I wanted to watch his last game.
Right, of course.
It was amazing. And I just kind of feel bad for Tim to kind of go out like that.
Watching the game, I was waiting on Pop to pull him out because OKC's a classy organization.
Yeah.
They would have gave him a standing ovation.
Something.
They would have noticed Tim Duncan coming out of the game, shaking hands with his teammates. He'd have got a standing ovation. But at the same time, it's the uncertainty. We don't know if he's going to retire or not. So Pop didn't want to disrespect him and be like, get your old ass out of the game, Tim. You did it for me. We love you. I love you.
Right.
Have a seat, and we're going to give you a nice little standing ovation from OKC's crowd. It's the uncertainty. They don't know.
He's done, bro.
I agree. And to your point, as if you're comparing him to Kobe, I don't know what you guys think, but in my opinion, I don't think that would have been, even if we would have known. Like beginning of the season, November, whatever, Tim Duncan holds a press conference, I'm done after this year. Is it within his style to even do something like that?
Not at all.
That's the thing.
Not at all.
That's. I mean, I thought about that as well. Like, he's just not the guy that wants that shine like that.
Right.
I'll never forget.
He never was that guy.
He don't need
never.
it. No,
never. I remember in 2007, when they won the chip against the Cavs that year, and Tony Parker won Finals MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Tim was as happy for Tony Parker as he was like had he actually won that MVP. Right. It's never about the shine for him. It's just get the win. Let's get out of here.
Right.
It did kind of hurt a little bit watching the guy walk off the court last night. And he did. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but he just put his hand up like this to the crowd.
Right. I didn't see that. No.
I think that was kind of like
that was kind of it.
It's over.
Yeah,
right. That was it. That was my. That's
like,
his goodbye.
Really going out like that,
that's
man. Like I felt like there should have been like a 10-minute ovation, something like.
But he don't need it.
But I get it.
He don't need it. He don't need it. That's not him. Watching an interview with him and Bruce Bowen on ESPN. Tim's a very charismatic guy. And people don't really know that about him. Yeah, he was lively. He was funny. I laughed through the whole thing, and just watching him talk about his second passion, which is cars and building old cars up. You know what I'm saying? Getting the motors right and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. Just watching the guy, I'm like, man, he's got it. You know what I'm saying? He's played it. He's won the championships. He's won the MVPs. Right now, he's got 2 kids, married. He's a family guy. Man, just go live your life, boss. There's nothing else to prove. Please, my thing in sports is that let them bow out gracefully. Mm-hmm. Bow out gracefully. Don't make your respective sport kick your ass out.
Right.
So now coming from a place like Orlando, obviously, especially back in the 90s, man, that was the factory in terms of like the Nickelodeon shows and that kind of, with a lot of child actors and that whole sort of thing. Now, you being a alumni of Dr. Phillips, shout out to DJ Khaled.
Hey, come on, man, DPH. Wait, what you mean? He went there?
Yes. Yeah. You didn't know that?
Shut up.
Yeah. Chad knows that.
Khaled, man.
Yeah.
Khaled went to Dr.
DJ
Phillips?
Khaled went to Dr. Phillips. And you should see his high school picture because he looks ridiculous.
Is he from Orlando?
He's from Orlando, but he doesn't claim Orlando, apparently.
Miami turns people
We're blowing.
out.
Listen, audience, we're blowing Mr. Davis's mind here. He did not, number one, did not know DJ Khaled attended his high school.
Let's do a rundown real quick about who all Miami's claim, right? DJ Khaled claims Miami, right? Lil Wayne, born in New Orleans, claims Miami. Yep. All right? We can go on and on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, another one.
Wow. Major Keeler.
Cloth talk right here, baby.
Cloth talk, Major Keeler.
What year, though? Because he's about 40-something. Oh, so he's probably like early.
It was before. Yeah, it was before you. It was before you. Wow. I bring up Dr. Phillips. Because you got started at such a young age. Like you said, your mom was picking up on you, watching so much TV, kind of picked up on your interest to push you into classes. Did you have that kind of typical experience where you got to be in like the drama class? Like, were you still a part of those things in high school?
I mean, so the funny story is I had to audition to go to Dr. Phillips because I lived in Pine Hills and I was out of district. So I was supposed to go to Evans, which is like the
Chris Johnson's from Pine Hills, correct? Area adjacent?
Mercy Drive. Okay. Winter Garden area. Yeah. Chris Johnson went to he was supposed to go to, I think, West Orange or Evans, but he ended up going to Olympia after his freshman year because that was like all of our first years going to Olympia when they first built the school. But no, he didn't. He's not from Pine Hills, but Winter Garden, Mercy Drive area.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I was supposed to go to Evans. I lived in Pine Hills, which is out of zone. And so to go to Dr. Phillips, because that's where I wanted to go, I had to audition to get into the magnet program, the drama theater magnet program. So yeah, I auditioned to get in, and yeah, I made it. But as soon as I got in, I didn't do one play. I didn't do a doggone thing. I didn't do nothing. All I did is I wanted to play sports. Like I hadn't even played football until I got to high school. It was all about basketball. I got my first taste of football in high school, and it was a passion that never left my bones ever since. So because I was so engulfed in sports, whether it be track, football, a little bit of basketball, there's more or less football and track, I didn't really want to do nothing. And weightlifting team, I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't have time to stay after school and do plays because it was all about football year round, practice and working out. So I didn't do nothing until the point where they threatened to kick me out because I wasn't involved. I wasn't getting any magnet credits. And so they actually did. I had to have a probation discussion after my sophomore year. And they were like, you got to be active, you got to go. I was like, all right, I'll be more active. I attempted to be active one time, missed one practice. My coach was like, miss another practice. Yeah. And so I was like, I can't do it. So like I had to start using like my Address and Tangelo part to keep going to it. So I got in the theater magnet program in school and never did one.
And you weren't even doing it. You got in the program and doing sports.
Didn't do one single thing.
The irony.
Let's be clear, baby. It's FOE, football over everything.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
What's up? This is JB.
And this is Benny Blue.
And you're listening to the JB and Benny Blue Review.